Good day, viewers at home. We have an exponential equation to solve. 5 raised to the power x plus 1 plus 5 raised to the power 1 minus x equals 26. So we are going to break this into two. 5 raised to the power x multiplied by 5 raised to the power 1 plus this is 5 raised to the power 1 multiplied by 5 raised to the power minus x equals 26. So this is going to give us 5 raised to the power x plus 5 raised to the power 1 is still 5 over 5 raised to the power x. This one is brought down because it's carrying a negative index equals 26. So we can use a letter p to represent 5 raised to the power x, so that it will now be 5p plus 5 over p equals 26. So if you multiply both sides by the LCM here is p. 5p multiplied by p, that's 5p squared, plus this is going to give us 5. You multiply 5 over p by the LCM, which is p. P is going to cancel this p, we'll be left with 5. And if you multiply 26 by the LCM p, it will give us 26p. So with this, we can see that we can rearrange it in the form of a quadratic equation, which is going to be 5p squared minus 26p plus 5 equals to what? 0. We have brought this one inside, so we are left with nothing at the right hand side. That is a quadratic equation. So now we are going to multiply 5 by 5, which is 25. Then we get two factors of 25 that when we add them together will give us minus 26. So those factors will be, the two factors we are going to use will be minus 1 and minus 25. That will be minus 1p minus 25p, then plus 5 equals to 0. So for those of us who might be finding it difficult to understand this breakdown, we can quickly refer to any of the lessons on quadratic equations in our former lessons, so that we'll be able to get this properly. So now we are going to pair them and factorize. 5p squared minus p. P is common. Then here we are left with 5p. P divides p, 1. You bring down this sign, minus 25p and 5. 5 is the highest common factor. Open bracket. 5 in 25, that's 5p. Then this negative sign is going to affect the positive sign here to become minus. 5 in 5 is 1 equals to 0. So now that we have the same factors in the bracket, we pick 1. Then the ones outside, we put them in one bracket equals to 0. So we say 5p minus 1 equals to 0, or p minus 5 equals 0. Then 5p equals 1, or p equals 5. So p is going to be 1 over 5, or p is going to be 5. So this is one of the common mistakes that students do make. When you get 1 over 5 or 5, you quickly rush to the options to pick this. Remember, the question did not ask us to find the value of p. We were asked to find the value of x. So we now go back to where we use p to represent 5 raised to the power x. So you will recall that what? P is equal to 5 raised to the power of x. So since p is 1 over 5 or 5, it means 5 raised to the power of x is 1 over 5, or 5 raised to the power of x is equal to 5. So 5 raised to the power of x is equal to 1 over 5 is the same thing as 5 raised to the power minus 1, or 5 raised to the power x equals, this one is 5 raised to the power 1. So now that the bases are equal, the powers are also equal. You can say x equals minus 1 or x equals 1. Or simply put it as x equals plus or minus 1. So the values of x that satisfy that equation is plus or minus 1. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe.